Hi, Abby, it's Daphne here. Thank you for sending in your next essays. You're working really fast through the course. Well done. This is great. And thank you for your question as well. I can't give you a band grade. We don't do that here because I don't know what conditions you're writing in. I don't know if you're writing in 40 minutes or 45 minutes or an hour. I don't know how long it's taking you. I also don't know if you're using spell check and things like that. But I can guide you. Absolutely, I will guide you as much as I possibly can. I look back on your other essay you did for me, and for me, you're writing around a 6.5 level. This is to do with the issues that I talked about in terms of developing your ideas clearly. Mostly it's vocabulary, mostly it's just adding enough vocabulary, adding a few more words here or there, just to make sure that the essay is running really clearly and really smoothly. But I know that you're going to be improving as you go through the course and as you get more confident. The other point I was going to make is I agree with your tutor about using these examples. We put this here really for people who don't have their own ideas. So if you're struggling with your own idea, you could use that. If you have your own ideas and you're more confident, that's absolutely fine. So we'll go through this in a minute. But it's really put there as a guideline for people. And what we expect you to do as you go through the course is that you keep elements of the template that you really feel confident with and that help you, but otherwise you personalize it to make it personal for your essay. Okay, so we will keep practicing that. I'll show you what I mean as we go through. So the pie chart here illustrates the popularity of 7 different subjects studied in school in Germany. Just it's well, I don't know if it's every school. In I would say in German schools, actually, in schools, either in schools in Germany or in German schools. I just changed that around a bit. In 2017, and overall, amongst the subjects, PE and history were the most popular, followed by maths. Now we say maths with an S, but that's only UK English, not American, so it doesn't matter. Physics, biology, and geography, and IT being the least popular. Good. To begin with, history and PE were almost equally favourite among students. Good. Equally favourite, yeah. For example, you don't have an example here. Okay, connect this together with PE and history, or accounting for, or you don't need to repeat them actually, students, and then I would get rid of all that. So accounting, ing, for, you need to change that around then because I've got it these two, history and respectively. It's more logical. You don't need to repeat the two of them again. Yeah, so just change those around respectively. In contrast, IT was the least favourite, as only a small proportion, good, of students opted for IT. Now, we don't know if they opted for it or had to do it, but you could say they enjoyed, either opted for or enjoyed IT with 37%, good. Don't use on the other hand, because this is more connecting word for task 2. Here you're just giving me facts. It's like a report, yeah? So just go straight in. The popularity of physics was approximately 3 times more than that of geography. Good. So you see, this is just words that you don't need. Yeah. Geography. Okay. The percentage. I would go the number of students who preferred physics was. That can go. The number of students who prefer physics was 18.1%, while those, so that's students, so that would have to be a different pronoun because we've got people in here. Those for geography was 6.4%. Similarly, the proportion of students who, now we've had preferred, sorry, I've used that as well, who stated or who voted for maths was roughly 3 times those. Don't keep on using proportion. Was roughly 3 times higher than those who than, okay, hang on, let's keep it simpler, than biology, than, yeah, those who preferred biology, which was 7.1%. Okay, maths was roughly 3 times higher than, so we're adding this in, 3 times higher than those who preferred, adding this in, biology, yeah, which was connected together, which was 7.1%, yeah, and then make this in one massive sentence, while or whereas those or votes for maths or preference for maths, maybe we'll go preference for maths was 19.5%, which means 1/5 of the students preferred maths. Well done. Okay, you've done that really, really well. I've made it more complicated, but what I've tried to do is just vary the language a little bit. Make sure you change the subjects. Sometimes the subjects can be the history and PE. Sometimes you can have students or the number of students. So mix that up a bit. That's quite important. But you've done very well grouping information, and you've used some great structures of language in there. So that's really, really nice. Online translation apps, here we go. Experts throughout both the developing and developing world. So I personally, if you're going to change something in here, I personally am not too keen on this. I think you can make this more relevant. So you could say teachers, educationalists, educators, and businessmen. Alike, that means all these people have debated. So you would obviously have to change those people for whichever essay you were writing in. But for me, this just makes it a little bit more interesting. It's more connected to the essay title, and it also gives you more lexis, so great vocabulary, which you need to show. Have debated whether easily accessible and flexible internet-based language translation applications are advantageous or not. Good. The usage of such sophisticated technology has impacted the lives. This is your opinion. If you're making a statement like this, it sounds like it's your opinion, in which case you have to say, I believe that, which is fine. I know it's not necessarily opinion, but you can definitely put that in the intro. It's okay. But it needs something. You've just made a statement there, which is not really connected to this statement. Discuss examples and research. Yeah. So you could change this examples from your country or examples from education and research. You don't have to have this. That's what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of flexibility within the template. Okay, it is not a rule. That these handy software. Now, its software is singular, although it's a lot of it. So it would be this handy software, and then singular verb has more benefits than drawbacks. Since the inception of technology, the development of online language translators has, so the development has, singular verb, undoubtedly benefited the economy of various countries. The central reason behind this is that it is easier, or it is now easier. So these little words are really, really important. They just kind of add to the style and they add to the coherence. Now easier for businessmen and traders to communicate easily, anytime. So you don't want easier and easily, so change that one. Yeah, find another word for that. Communicate more flexibly, more intelligibly, something like that, with the help of high-tech online translators. When you don't need the comma, when they're in a foreign land. Okay, now you need a full stop. For example, a recent scientific research by UK government. So you don't have to have that. Your research could come from somewhere else, or recent newspaper article said that. Yeah. So I'll just underline that. It's not wrong, but if you want to get away from it, step back from it, that's how to do it. Demonstrated that countries which are using language translation apps are able to interact more smoothly with foreigners when dealing. And the economy of those countries has, so the economy, singular, has increased dramatically as compared to those who do not. Right, the size of the economy has increased compared to those who do not. Or those who, maybe those compared to those who are more cautious in their interactions, international. You need a bit more here. This is what I mean about those who do not is fine, but this explains it more. This is the band 7 sort of idea that you're explaining it. You're not just saying it's better than not, it's better than others, people who are more cautious, people who don't like translation apps, or people who, yeah. As a result, it's conclusively clear that translation apps are beneficial for the economic growth of the country. Good. Now here, online translators, such as, I think you need to say Google Translate, and give me some others. Give me names. It's really important to make this essay real. Yeah. On the other hand, emergence of smart translating applications are unable. However, frequently it has been seen that. So give me a little bit more on your intro to this big statement. The emergence of translation apps are unable. We need to be careful here because you're saying that the emergence is unable, not the apps are unable. So the emergence of translation has not. Okay. It doesn't quite work, this. Frequently, okay, I think you need to say the emergence of smart translation apps has not been able to solve the problem of delivering. The emotions behind the words clearly. Okay, I hope you understand what I'm trying to, what my problem was here. It's the emergence, which is a fantastic word, and I want to keep that, but it's not the emergence which is the problem, it's the translation app that's the problem. This is largely because computers and smartphones cannot replicate the feelings as compared to native speakers of that language. Good, really nice. For example, extensive research. Now, you can't have researches done by researchers. Yeah, you need to be a bit more, don't repeat yourself there. Illustrated that the essence of the language gets lost when it's translated. Gets lost, maybe you can say is sometimes, add in these little words, is sometimes lost, yeah, lost or misunderstood when it's translated by the electronic gadgets, and sensitiveness of words is not communicated vividly. Good. Therefore, it's evident that if the internet-based translation app continue, subject, watch out on your subject noun agreement, yeah, subject verb agreement here again, continues gaining popularity, there will be more negative implications, such as loss of emotions behind the thoughts delivered while communicating. Yes, as well as mistranslations. Or, and maybe some of the problems communicate, yeah, or which could lead to difficulties, or which could lead to embarrassment, which could lead to something. Tell me the consequences of this problem. From the arguments and examples given online, you can give me your opinion in here, and it's important. You don't have to do it in the intro in this kind of essay, but it is a good idea to put it in the conclusion here. I believe that online translators can lead to have already yeah, have led to tremendous growth of the economy in many nations subsequently. Such growth might, might increase the quality of life of individuals in the country. Whilst these applications are not able to express the emotions behind the words yet, uh, the advantages, there is no doubt that the advantages outweigh any possible drawbacks or disadvantages. Okay? Don't use pros and cons, it's too informal. But that is a really, really well done, good essay. That's a lot better than the one before. Okay, so take, I'm really impressed with this improvement. I think you should be gaining a lot of confidence from your writing. Next time, just be a bit more flexible with the template, and then I think you're really going to be on track. Okay, well done. Keep the coherence, keep the organization, but just be a bit flexible with some of these things. Okay, good work. Thank you.